Hi, welcome to our vlog. My name is Kaylin.
And I'm Leah.
We're going to help you develop a research topic.
So this might seem like an overwhelming and daunting task, but we promise we're going to help you get through it.
So in the beginning of the year, I think all of us can agree that we were extremely overwhelmed, and some of us even considered dropping the class because it was such a stressful task. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it is stressful, and it's really overwhelming because there's so much out there that you can research. Honestly, I could probably do a research project about this stick, but that'd be kind of boring. But it's overwhelming because you've never been given this type of opportunity before. So sometimes you might just feel sort of lost.
So I'm going to talk about how I came across my research topic. So mine came from a more personal experience. I have a lot of people in my family who are deaf, hard of hearing, so I just got really curious because my brother was just diagnosed as deaf, hard of hearing, and my sister is probably going to be too, so I was just interested on how school systems actually accommodate that.
I really knew that I had kind of a passion for education, and so going into it, I knew I wanted to do something with education, but I had no idea what. So I actually was talking to Dr. Beck. He was one of my consultants. He brought up emergency certified teachers and how kind of hard it was to support them and things like that. And really, my entire research project came just from his one idea. So that's how I came up with mine.
And my topic went from looking into the psychological effects from shock collars on dogs, which I have no idea how that would have been feasible, but it switched all the way to any technological or classroom accommodations that could be implemented for deaf, hard of hearing students. And I came across that just mostly through conversations with my family, just things we were all interested in or things we were curious about, but ultimately, I think when you're choosing your research topic, it's extremely important to go out and talk to different people about what you're interested in.
Yeah.
And because so many different people have different perspectives and different ideas that you honestly would have never thought about. So it's just really interesting. And now we're going to talk about
purpose. Honestly, purpose is probably the easiest part of your entire research project, because I promise you that if it's something you are passionate about, there's some sort of purpose behind it.
We're going to talk about scope.
Me, I actually decided to focus a little bit more on the kind of metro area, and so because of that, I did have to travel. My radius was kind of like, I wouldn't drive anywhere farther than an hour. But because of that, I, missed class time and I had to make up tests. It was still feasible, but I think it's important whenever you choose your scope to make sure that it's nothing too big, that it either stresses you out too much or it's just not attainable. Do something that's easy for yourself, but also something that's going to benefit your research.
And because I was focusing mostly towards Norman High School, I decided to do surveys and interviews with two different types of groups. So I think it was a lot more attainable for me to be able to stay at one place, and I had a lack of responses in my surveys from teachers, so it was a lot more easier for me to be able to just go and personally go to teachers and hand out physical copies in the manner that you can confront the issue a lot more face forward at the school you're focusing on is a lot easier, better.
Last but not least, feasibility. So feasibility. It's something that is so vital to your entire research. If it's not feasible, you can't do it. Your scope is too big, like we said before. It's most likely not going to be feasible. Or you're going to be stretched so thin that you're just going to end up hating your project by the end of it, and you don't want that.
It's really important that, while you're planning and picking your research topic, that you pick something that you know will be attainable as you go throughout the process.
The biggest thing with the AP research project and feasibility is the time constraint. But, there are also things that you have to make sure that you're actually able to do. But
going back to my first topic, how would I figure out the psychological effects of shock collars on dogs. Like, what was I thinking? Like, topics like that are not feasible with the resources we have in high school. So,
Yeah. So we really hope that this video helped you guys. We know that you're all going to do such great things next year. Just take the time to enjoy what you're doing. What you're doing is so awesome. If you need anything, we are always here for you guys. We know you're going to do great.
love you.
Lots of love.
We'll even do that one. Make sure you are passionate about your topic.
Yes, passion. Thank you
Bye.
guys. Bye.